Some of his most treasured memorabilia. Shown to me at his home by former South African State President P.W. Botha only some 2 months before his 90th birthday on January the 12th, 2006. For much of more than half a century in politics, Pieter Willem Botha left deep footprints in the shaping of South Africa's highly controversial history, until the 15th of August 1989, when he resigned as State President following a stormy and acrimonious meeting with his cabinet. Given the upcoming advent of P.W. Botha's 90th birthday, plus a request by the South African Broadcasting Corporation for biographic-type interviews, Mark Williams of Tutuka Productions asked me to request of the aging Botha something which he had declined to do for about a decade: lengthy Afrikaans and English interviews for television, which would be of a legacy nature, befitting a man of his age. He agreed. The interviews were done and submitted. The SABC at first readily accepted the English version for screening on P.W. Botha's birthday, but on reflection it was rejected. Despite their apparent historical significance, this controversial man and his controversial interviews met the same fate with other television stations. Earlier, we had been requested by the SABC to find out what PW's favorite song was for the proposed birthday broadcast. Today, P.W. Botha lives in the wilderness, fulfilling a long-standing promise he made to the George constituency, which he served for so many years. It is also why he called his house the Anchor, thereby stating that this is where I dropped anchor after retirement, and this is where I intend staying. Although entitled to police protection, Mr. Botha lives a relatively modest life, in a house best described as comfortable. His much younger wife, Barbara, is a devoted and energetic companion, and she briefly gave us her insights into a man who led this country for 10 years.
P.W. is a complete man. He's the most balanced, the strongest man I have ever met in my life.
And a loving person.
Yes.
Not a bird crocodile.
Not a bird crocodile.
This young Botha had no idea then that he would be leading a controversial country during many of its most controversial and difficult years, and that his destiny was to be that of a leader with a high public profile. P.W. was a hard worker, to whom the dictum applies: the heights by great men reached and kept were not attained in sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward in the night. But was he a great man, or was he a harsh ruler intent on entrenching white domination in South Africa? We pick up on the main interview.